Good morning to everyone, one and all. Cinematic Otaku Chris has returned with a fresh new video on my channel, for which this time I shall be covering my monthly blog for October 31st, 2023. Happy Halloween! Man, I cannot believe I'm up this early since, well, most mornings have been like that with me recently, but stuff happens since you know the story. It's life. Well, I do apologize for the hiatus mode I've been on recently after my last post. Yet, it is about time I do some new content, starting with this monthly blog video, for which I will be explaining what's new with me and how I've been. Apparently, you're not seeing me, if you're wondering, because I'm trying to wake up, but you are looking at a fresh cup of coffee as I am drinking to start my day. One moment, please. Yep. Just the right way to start today. Anyways, let's begin how I've been. Alright. My father's dream car is just completed, but not officially, since it still needs its finishing touches and modifications, including some pinstriping, before it can be officially drivable for next year. Which I'm very happy to see all that has gone very well so far. Help from his friends. Last month, my brother took a business trip to Washington, D.C., and he said it was amazing to visit all monuments around that town. As well, he made a pit stop at Detroit, also known as the Motor City. And, of course, I've hung out with my brother a little recently, at times, including his good friend, as we went out to eat for Chinese one time while playing Xbox One games, and I began watching the entire anime adaptation for Claymore all the way, which I'm currently on episode 18 at the moment, but still, it is just a captivating, very entertaining, dark fantasy actioner. So far, I have yet to read the manga. Well, apparently more of the manga. Only made it to volume 3 of the manga before, and I think you might remember seeing my copy of volume 1 a few months back. So, about time I might pick up a few more of those soon, very soon. But if you like The Witcher or Demon Slayer, then Claymore has some of those vibes, quite apparently. Very unique style in terms of animation or creators' illustrations. Might be in my top 10 now, but we'll see. There's a lot more to finish, though. Also, this month I had my grandmother and a friend of hers over for the weekend, which was a lot of fun. Of course, having my brother and my stepbrother and his wife, which made it 100 times more enjoyable. And I caught up with everybody and had a good time with. Guess my grandmother is doing alright so far. And also, my dad's been going to the cardiologist lately, to which he's been given the full nuclear treatment on the stress test, and wow, I don't know what to say, but of course he's been coughing severely a lot. I mean, on second day of testing, but I can't tell if he's got the flu or not, but he hasn't been away at work, so I can tell it's a cold he had, which, whew, I have to be very careful around him. So that's why I wear my mask around sometimes, but thankfully, haven't caught it yet, thanks to getting a flu shot earlier this month. And our pet puppy dog, Lexi, has been going to obedience school, for which she passed the first 6 weeks, and we've been teaching her some stuff at times, and it's interesting to describe, but she's kind of doing a little better at it at times, but that's just her. Apparently, like last week, when Grandma came over to visit, Lexi was having some odd issues with her diet in regards to not eating from what was on the bowl, so Debbie ended up giving her rice and chicken, and I believe Lexi is back to normal with what we are giving her, as it is on the floor instead of what's on, forget what's it called, but hey, we might take her to a vet if anything changes though, so we'll see. Well, apparently last month my right ear's been having a lot of issues lately, since there was one night where I showered that it got plugged, and then I went to bed and woke up the next morning with my right ear unplugged. Then it was doing that again almost every night, and to the point one week, about 2 to 3 days, my right ear was completely plugged, then it was unplugged, and now since when Grandma came over, it's plugged again, and I do need to see a doctor about that. So I can barely hear anything. It's ridiculous, and well, it's ugly, but I'm sure there will be a solution. Also been mostly helping out with the family time to time. There have been good days and bad days in life, but so far I'm hanging in there. I've been so-so myself, as I can say. Yet, I am still catching up with my good friend who used to be on YouTube, that being the Cult Movie Fan, has also been doing some watch party streaming that I watch almost every week or so, and that's been plenty of fun. Been focusing on mostly viewing giallo flicks these days, and to keep the theme of Halloween a-going. There's some plenty of Mario Babas I revisit or first time viewings, such as Blood and Black Lace, which I love the colors to it, and the twist is something else to believe. I'll have to revisit that one, of course. Must have went by fast, but that's okay. Well, my stepbrother is going to a chiropractor because he got some issues with his, I believe, maybe lower back or upper. I believe it's lower back, but he's, well, problems being solved so far. So I could say I did went to a hockey game last Friday and it was good. Yeah, it's been months since I last been to one. And yeah. Also, I am considering to catch up on my artworks for my good friends on DeviantArt, so I may be busy at times on that if I don't post in much new content in between with my channel. So poor dad in the background. That is what I've mentioned recently. Must have been a side effect from his second testing. I do hope he gets well. I'm praying so. He's got more appointments coming up, so prayers are needed and my fingers crossed. But I forget the result of how the first two testings went. Well, anyways, today is Halloween, and I do hope y'all celebrate however best you like. As for me, I'll be revisiting some of my favorite horror films. Apparently I have Jean Rollins' Fascination and Dario Argento's Inferno in mind to watch later tonight, so pretty amped for that, which should suit the mood for the holiday well, because they're good classics indeed. And of course, be sure to stay tuned for my forthcoming announcement video, since I promise I will be returning to doing some new content starting next month. Until then, I'd like to say thank you again for watching this monthly blog and see how I've been recently. That's all I can remember much about how I've been so far, even though there have been some ups and downs, but doing my best to press on and focus, stay on the positive, of course. Well, if you enjoyed this video or any other on my channel, be sure to hit the thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe. Till then, ciao for now.